Okay, guys, so here is one of our top requested questions. What is a holdco or holding company? And Michael is here to help explain this to us. So, Michael, please treat me as a business owner who has no idea when it comes to holdcos, because that's exactly what I am in terms of this situation. Not just like a bookkeeper, but also a business owner. And I've heard this term a lot, but I haven't really dealt with it or done much in terms of this industry or this space. So please explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old.
Sure, I will do my best. Okay, so there are two terms that you typically hear an accountant talk about when it comes to a company. The first would be an operating company, which is obvious.
Mhm.
It's operating. If you're, let's say, a butcher and you have a storefront, all the operations of that butcher company would be reflected in the operating company. Now, a holding company is something that is set up usually later down the road. It sometimes is set up initially, but most of the time it's done for a more established business,
Mhm.
and that is set up for the reason of holding all the assets that this operating company has, let's say, grown and established over its time. And
Mhm.
some of those assets that a holding company could hold are, the first thing is shares in the operating company. So you would own common shares of your
Mhm.
operating company in your holding company, as opposed
Mhm.
to, let's say, Arielle owning her shares individually in her name, of her operating company. You would own it in Arielle Holdings. That's kind of the basics of the first thing that a holding company would hold. The second
Mhm.
thing is obviously cash that has been saved over time. A lot of the time there is real estate in there because
Mhm.
if you're to use that butcher example, if you have operated a storefront for many years, chances are, if you're lucky, you bought the property that you were operating in and you now hold that property in your holding company.
Mhm.
And again, there's many other assets and holdings that will be found in a holding company. But to keep things
Mhm.
very simple and easy for this discussion, I would say
Mhm.
that's the typical stuff that you would find being held there.